for choosing Chain Link Theater. We invite you to sit back and relax in the comfort of your car, or gym, or wherever you are. Please remember that talking is permitted during the feature, as that is literally the entire point of the show. So please, turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts! Your feature presentation begins now!
Hello, and welcome to Chain Link Theater. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today, so our last episode, we did Kevin Bacon, Tremors.
Yes, we did.
And today, from that movie, we picked Fred Ward. And his movie we picked was Chain Reaction.
Chain Reaction.
1996.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of this movie before.
Oh, yeah. Like I said last episode, I had heard of it, and that's about the extent of it.
Okay, so you've never seen it either. Okay.
No. Well, now I have.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But interesting, Keanu Reeves was nominated for a Razzie for this movie.
Absurd.
Agreed.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Wait, what was it great? No.
No, but it wasn't bad.
It was not bad enough for a Razzie. There were far worse performances in this movie.
Yes, a lot of the side characters were not great.
Not good at all.
But we'll get onto that later. So the actor we've chosen today is Fred Ward.
Yeah.
So a little bit about Fred Ward. He was born when?
1942.
And he has passed away. He passed away in 2022.
Yeah, he was 79.
At 79. Yeah. And Fred Ward, I really only knew from like Tremors and Joe Dirt in my life.
Yeah.
I think that's all I've ever seen.
Yeah, I had his IMDb pulled up. We've seen maybe a couple of other things. Like he's in Road Trip.
I've never seen that.
But by the time we were watching movies, he was playing the dad and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in this, though.
Not in this. I actually thought he was really hot in this.
Yeah, oh, I thought he was hot in Tremors.
I'm not really into the
Dirty.
white trash aesthetic.
The dirty cowboy thing not doing it for you?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
He was also way creepier in Tremors.
He's a very suave FBI agent.
He is. He looks really. He was clean, which is interesting because, like, TMI, I guess maybe I don't know, but I usually go for dirtier guys.
All right. Okay.
Like I'm always more attracted at the end of the movie when they've been in all the firefights and they haven't had a shower in a couple days.
Oh, like the end of John Wick.
Yes.
Speaking of,
but I really liked this movie. Basically, this movie is about an invention and then running away from the cops.
yeah, pretty much.
That's the gist.
Yeah. I actually have the DVD case in front of me. I can just read the back of it here. It says a student machinist, Keanu Reeves, finds himself caught in a maze of secret government cover-ups, high-tech espionage, and murder after working on a groundbreaking scientific experiment. Eddie Kasalovich, Reeves, and Lily Sinclair, Rachel Weisz, are part of a team of scientists who have developed a revolutionary new source of energy. But no sooner have they finished celebrating their triumph than their lab is destroyed and the head of their team killed. Named as the main suspects, Eddie and Lily quickly realize their only hope lies with a powerful and mysterious bureaucrat, Morgan Freeman, who may or may not be on their side.
That revealed a lot.
That's like the whole movie.
That revealed a lot. I'm really glad we didn't read that before we watched it.
We don't read that stuff beforehand.
We usually try to go into any movie we've never heard of as blind as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we did because I was constantly on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, me too.
Like there were some funny parts and dumb parts in this movie.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit of a James Bond plot, which I don't usually follow
You
too
do
well.
not. You have no idea.
I was keeping up with this one pretty good.
You were.
Yeah. I don't know if that's there on them or me, but...
Them.
Okay. Well then...
Definitely them.
Well then bully for them.
So
I blame all the James Bond directors. So this movie was directed by Andrew Davis, who we just looked up, has done a few other things. He directed The Fugitive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he directed Holes.
What is that?
Holes with
Holes.
Shia LaBeouf?
I thought you said Hubbles.
Did it sound like I said Hubbles?
That's crazy. And I also he did Collateral Damage, which is a really good movie.
Is Collateral Damage good? Oh, I've never
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah, so a few things. He's done a bunch of other stuff that nobody cares about. But
Someone cares.
someone cares. Mrs. Davis probably
His
cares.
mom cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So jumping into chain reaction, obviously there will be spoilers.
Yes. Full spoilers.
So the movie opens with basically a conversation how the world is on the brink of extinction and that they want to have a pollution revolution is what they said, because the world is addicted to petroleum and they want to create clean energy as a way to sustain our population. So after the speech, we cut to Keanu Reeves in a shed doing sciencey stuff.
Yeah, somewhere
Sciencey machinist stuff.
Yeah, somewhere in like Chicago.
Which I thought originally he was making a bomb. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then he wrapped it in a towel and just took off on a bike. Of course, a motorcycle.
Knowing Keanu.
Knowing him.
Kawasaki KX1000, I believe.
Okay. So they're trying to make energy from water, hydrogen.
Hydrogen, yes.
Yeah.
They got to separate the hydrogen and then figure out how to use that as energy in a stable way.
Right. And so it seems like their plan is to figure this out and then give it to other societies.
That is Alistair's plan.
That
who's the guy
is.
that was given the speech.
Which is the plan of everyone in the lab other than someone.
Someone.
Someone yet to be named.
Right.
But Reeves arrives at the lab and we get to see Morgan Freeman and Rachel Weisz. Is it Weisz?
Maybe Weisz.
That's
Weisz.
what- I'm going to say Weisz. So they are only able to keep it stable for 4.6 milliseconds.
Yeah, which Morgan Freeman, Paul Shannon finds exciting.
Because it's a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Because they've never been able to keep it stable before.
You can't even snap your fingers in 4.6 milliseconds.
Yeah, I have no concept of how quick that
Yeah.
is. But everyone is standing around watching water boil. So super riveting.
Dude, that's why I didn't take science in college.
So then we cut to like the next night, I'm guessing, or that night, and Keanu Reeves is working on his invention again. And what I find interesting is they call him a machinist,
Yeah.
but he's the one who solves it.
Yeah, they keep making a point that he's a machinist and she's a physicist. He does a lot more in this movie than she does.
He seems to be more
in terms of physics.
Yeah, he's a lot more versed in hydrogen energy than she is.
Yeah.
But he figures it out using a keyboard. And I mean like a music keyboard.
Yeah.
Because he
Well,
finds the
something
right
starts-
frequency.
I guess.
Something starts popping off and then
In his apartment.
in his apartment, and it's making this sound, and he uses his electronic keyboard to figure out what note it was playing.
Oh, yeah. What pitch? Okay.
And then breakthrough of the century, y'all.
Yeah.
That solves all the problems.
Yep. E flat.
So he basically goes back and he figures it out. It works. And then everyone so in the experiment, this is one part I thought was funny. So it works. And then within 2 minutes, everyone is on the other side of the protective covering to stand right next to this machine.
Yeah.
Can we turn it off and back on a couple of times?
Nope.
We're just completely this works. No more experimentation needed.
We did it.
Also, let's not write down any of this.
Yeah. To hell with the rest of it. We did it.
So then they're partying. They're exploding balloons on the roof with
the
fire.
Fire.
Okay.
Keanu does that to 2 balloons. I don't
know. I guess I've never been to a science party.
Yeah, I'm sure they're wild.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly they're wild. But we hear a brief conversation between Morgan Freeman's character
Paul Shannon.
and Alistair. I don't know the name of the actor.
I don't either. He's not.
But basically, Alistair's character is saying, no, this needs to be free to everyone. We're going to give it to everyone. And then Morgan Freeman's character is saying, like, you can't just do that. You cannot give it out.
He says that's how people like Mandela and China get a hold of it.
Yes. So whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
But then we cut to a drunk Rachel Weisz, Lily, who is about to drunk drive home. But luckily her battery is dead. And there is no conversation about how she shouldn't be driving in that condition.
No.
It's only a concern about the fact that her car battery is dead.
Yeah. No. She's not the smartest scientist.
No. And then Keanu Reeves offers to give her a bike ride. And then he finds out that she lives too far from where he lives. So instead of doing the bike ride, I'm going to walk you home.
He says later that they caught the bus, but it doesn't show that. I don't know if he was lying.
It didn't show the bus, no.
Yeah, so I guess he just walked.
I guess he walked her to the bus and then he comes back.
Is it that much colder to be on a motorcycle for 10 miles than walk for 10 miles?
I don't know. That just seemed like I'd get home a lot faster.
Yeah.
And then while they're doing that, we cut to after the party and Dr. Chen, who is one of the scientists, and Alistair are already making phone calls. They are calling other places, other scientists, and basically saying, like, we will send you the blueprints within the hour. So, and while that's happening, we see a van pulling up to the lab.
Creepy box truck.
Yes, and a bunch of people getting out of it.
Yep.
So we see all these figures entering the lab, and then we cut to Keanu Reeves getting Rachel Weisz back to her house, and he leaves. And then he returns
What a
back.
respectable guy.
Yeah, he just leaves. Of course, it's Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then Keanu returns to the lab to get his bike, and the truck full of those people is now pulling away. And then while he's getting on his bike, he hears an alarm blaring inside. Runs in, finds Alistair dead. Bag over his head, dead.
Plastic
suffocated.
bag over his head. Terrifying.
Yes. So he briefly tries to see if he can do CPR on Alistair and then realizes that he doesn't have time, and he tries to stabilize the machine. He also doesn't have time for that.
Yep.
So he runs out, gets on his bike, because the building is going to blow. No Dr. Chen, no body. And the explosion, I thought, looked pretty good in a few of the shots.
Some shots,
except for the shots with Keanu and the explosion.
Yeah.
Those were horrible.
Yeah, they had some that were just an explosion, which may have been like a miniature that they actually exploded. And then they had some where they had Keanu turn around to look at it.
Yeah.
Which were clearly CG.
They did not look great.
So this movie came out 6 years after Tremors and looked substantially worse.
Yeah, because now we're getting into CG.
Yeah, and it was also a lot of it filmed in low
CGI.
light compared to Tremors. Tremors is in daylight, which is easier to shoot in.
Oh,
But
who knew? But he survives. He barely gets a scratch on him. Like one scratch on his face that he has the entire movie.
one scratch in the perfect sexy spot.
Yeah, of course. But he calls Morgan Freeman and tells him that Alistair and Chen are dead, or assumed dead. Alistair for sure, Chen assumed.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, the team arrives and Keanu is seen talking to the police, and then Fred Ward shows up.
Fred Ward,
Woo!
our man of the hour.
I know. So exciting. And this is a much different role already than Tremors. He's very serious, very polished,
Yeah.
very smart. Not that he wasn't smart in Tremors, because he is the one who solves most of the
Yeah, he
problems.
was the smartest.
But yeah, it was exciting to see him. And then they're all basically asking questions. Clearly, they are suspicious of why Eddie was in the lab and if Eddie was involved.
Yeah, they just get caught up in a whirlwind of questions that they don't know the answers to.
Yes. Also, they are concerned that Dr. Chen is missing, and they think he's on the run.
Yep.
So And then we cut to basically just the FBI is crawling all over everywhere. So Lily lives in Dr. Chen's house, and his house is being torn apart by the FBI. While she's getting her stuff to leave, she receives a text. Not a text, sorry. It's 1996. A fax from Dr. Chen asking her to bring all the data to him in Shanghai. And she's immediately like, this is not him. I'm being framed.
Yep. It's not the way he writes.
Yeah, this is not the way he writes.
He wouldn't say this. Yep.
Yeah, this is not good. And this is my first problem with it. Instead of talking to the police about like, which I mean, like, I get it. The police aren't the best, but like they can't be. I don't know. It's just, especially in movies. But like, instead of having a conversation like, hey, I got this fax. This is not him and I'm not involved.
Yeah.
We instead start running away.
Start running immediately.
Start running.
Yeah.
But there is a brief conversation between Fred Ward and Morgan Freeman in Morgan Freeman's office where I do have in my notes, I say Fred Ward looks hot. Where they are blaming Eddie for the explosion because apparently he got kicked out of school for blowing up a building in the past.
Yeah.
Which is not a light thing. How has this happened to you more than once?
Now it's happened like 3 times. Spoiler alert.
The FBI are also completely aware of the faxes that Lily is receiving, and they now think that Eddie and Lily are involved with Dr. Chen.
Which they wouldn't.
Yeah, if you'd
she
had
had
a
just
conversation.
showed them to them.
Yeah, but no. So we see Keanu Reeves and Lily, Rachel Weisz, walking up over to Eddie's house where they were going to spend the night that night. And there's police crawling outside of his apartment. And instead of talking to the police and being a normal person, we decide to sneak down the back alley.
Yep. Running again.
Exactly what an innocent person would do.
Yeah.
So they find in his apartment a burst transmitter.
Whatever that is.
They do say that the FBI says the transmitter is powerful enough to send massive amounts of data to China. They also find $250,000 cash under his sink.
I do know what that is.
So clearly he's being framed too. So they're already looking for him. Eddie and Lily meet up with Mr. Shannon. Mr. Shannon? Is that his name?
Yeah, Paul Shannon.
Okay, so they meet up with Morgan Freeman and they ask him. Morgan Freeman immediately asks Eddie about the money. Like, where did you get the money? Where did you get the transmitter? And Eddie's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then Morgan Freeman's like, hey, I have a lawyer. Come upstairs. We'll arrange turning yourselves in because now you're wanted. And they're just like, that's not going to happen. Instead, we're going to do a run.
Yeah.
We're going to run away.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, okay, wait 5 minutes and then head to Maggie's, which can you imagine being told to wait 5 minutes with no internet?
No cell phone.
No cell phone? I'm just standing in
there
a parking garage.
In my thoughts.
Yeah, no, thank you. 5 minutes would be forever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my attention span could not do that now. So the FBI is now starting to investigate Morgan Freeman because they figured out that he was part of some program. It's called DARPA, but I didn't write down what that means.
I didn't either, but all I know about DARPA is that the DARPA chief in Metal Gear Solid gets murdered. So I think he's important.
You know what? That tells you everything you need to know, guys.
Yep, there you go. Now you know.
Which Metal Gear Solid?
The first one.
Which came out when?
1995.
Oh.
6. Around this time.
DARPA was a huge deal back then.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't know what to look at them.
So obviously, Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz go to a very crowded restaurant in the middle of Chicago. And then, as it is the 90s and there's nothing to fucking do, the news is on the television.
As it is the 90s also, action movies have to be just back-to-back terrible decisions by your main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of a very crowded restaurant. Not even trying to hide. They're in the middle of it.
An entire movie that could just be stopped by stopping and explaining.
Right? Like, hey, I didn't do it. I don't know what's happening.
Take me to trial. You'll find out I didn't do this.
And this happens so many more times. But
so many more.
Basically, while they're sitting there, they're planning to get on a train and head to Maggie's. We don't know what Maggie's is yet. But while they're sitting there, the APB, is that what it's called?
The All Points Bulletin?
Yes.
Yes.
The APB goes out on them. And then they decide to split up and meet at the track. Rachel Weisz gets in a taxi. And then some motherfucker snitch. Rule 1, mind your own business.
Rule 1.
Decides that he's going to go get the cops because he saw Keanu Reeves. And so all of a sudden, this is the fastest mobilizing police force I've ever seen in my life.
Dude.
Because within like 2 seconds of some random guy coming out of a restaurant saying, "Hey, cop, look at that guy," we have like 50 cops on the street knowing exactly who they're
where
looking
he is.
for.
They're like GTA cops.
They are. They're like so smart.
Yeah,
they immediately, okay, I would even go further. Driver cops.
Yes.
You cannot get away from these guys.
Nope.
You're just dead. It's over.
Doesn't Driver take place in Chicago?
I don't know.
Chicago
I haven't played
PD,
the original.
man. Ban 1,000.
They're wow. They're quick because there was also a helicopter immediately.
Yeah, there is.
A helicopter, a boat, about 50 cops running down the street.
Chasing a guy, by the way, for accused of a problem that they don't even understand.
Yeah, that they just want to talk to.
Yeah.
It's insane.
He did what? I don't understand.
So basically, Keanu Reeves makes it to one of those boats where they go up. What are those called?
That's a bridge.
It's a bridge. Oh, I said boat. It's a boat bridge.
Well, I would call it a drawbridge. I don't know what it's actually called.
I don't either.
Chicago is famous for them.
Oh, okay.
That's like a whole thing. Watch any Batman movie. They're in every
Batman movies.
Every Batman movie is filmed in Chicago. They all have those bridges that go up like drawbridges.
Okay.
So anyway.
If you can't tell, we're not from a place where we have those.
Nope.
So he gets on one of those bridges that's slowly raising up. And then I thought this was going to be way funnier than it was because I thought it was going to be like that one James Bond movie where he just gets to the other side and there are no cops on that side.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's actually better than that. So he starts climbing up. One cop is following him, and then
it's icy.
Is it icy? Because watching this grown man slide down not a super steep slide, screaming, was quite hilarious.
That was funny. But right before that cop was so fast.
He was.
He caught him.
He did. And then he did a slide and screamed the whole time. And then his little coworkers caught him.
Yeah, he starts just sliding down towards a gaggle of other cops who are like, "You're fine."
Like cheerleader catching him.
Yeah, we'll catch you. And he's screaming.
He's screaming like he's going to die. But then I get kind of confused about how Keanu Reeves got out of the situation. But he's all the way at the top. And the bridge operator is basically like, I can't move the bridge because he will fall. And if he's underneath it, he will get squashed and die. But he doesn't. So he ends up underneath the bridge. And then he like
inside
being
of it.
a machinist and a genius.
Yeah.
He shoves a crowbar in some stuff.
The gears.
Yeah. And then he's not dead.
The bridge stops, 6 inches short of being all the way down?
Pretty much.
So why did he even stop it? He wasn't in between anything.
I don't know. Because he was in like a full-on room.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of made the cops walk out there and go, why didn't it stop?
Probably. I thought what he was going to do is throw his like jacket in the gears.
So that they thought it got him?
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, he ends up somehow, inexplicably, on the road again.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the cops are not looking to the left.
Yeah. He's
just
right
not
by
looking
them.
over there. And he's crawling underneath a pretty high clearance truck where anyone, if they were standing 10 feet away from the truck, would see a grown man underneath it. Yeah. Also, he was grunting the whole time he was crawling.
Yeah.
But no one looks. So he then gets into the dump truck. And then the cops are like, "Get the dump truck out of here."
Yep.
No one checks it. So we mobilize quickly, but we're not great at checking our corners.
Yeah, we can move. We cannot think.
But they make it out, and then we get Lily standing on the train platform waiting for him. He shows up. No cops are watching this train station.
No. It's kind of a cute scene, though.
It is a cute scene because I don't know why they're acting like they're going to be murdered or killed.
No.
They're just going to be arrested.
Yeah, and questioned for weeks. But the train conductor is standing there, and she's like just standing there worried, and he's like, I'm sure he'll make it. He has no idea what's going on.
Because he's
just
minding
being
his own
sweet.
business.
Rule 1, mind your business. And then
he shows up.
he shows up.
He shows up.
And the train conductor's like, see? Told you.
And then they just get on the train, and we arrive at Maggie's, which I, for a hot second, thought that Maggie was just a telescope.
Literally a second.
Literally. I was like, oh, Maggie's just a telescope.
Well, he starts being cryptic. He's like, she's wild. I used to
She's up all night.
live with her.
Yeah.
30 years
and
ago.
stuff like that. And so then we just
Started
see a
sounding
shot of a
like
telescope.
it wasn't even a human.
Yeah. And then we see, I told Kyle, I was like, maybe it's like a dog who's a mare.
A mayor, yeah.
Yeah, like something. And then it was a telescope, and I was like, oh, it's a telescope. Okay, kind of weird, but all right, I get it. I had a car named Giselle. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get it. And then, no, it's just a regular woman.
Nah, it's just a woman.
It's just a woman.
She's
named
watching
Maggie.
the telescope.
And then she just asks him, like, did you do it? And he's like, no. And she's like, all right, cool beans.
Knew it.
Yeah. And then, okay, there's a really quick shot that's not really worth covering, but it's Morgan Freeman walking out of a building, and there's a guy wearing this really big, like, Russian fluffy hat.
You hated
Bright
that.
white
Bright
Russian
white.
fluffy
I think
hat.
he's Chicago PD.
I was cracking up. I was
It
like,
must be so cold up there.
okay, I did read that the production of this movie had to be shut down because it was so cold.
It looked very cold, the whole movie.
Breath coming out of these people was long.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
It
cold.
was long.
It was a lot of cold. But Morgan Freeman is in a hearing for the explosion. And he basically says that they don't know what the source is. And he says that anytime there's a competitor for fossil fuels, there is a danger that there will be like repercussions. Like basically like fossil fuel people are going to come after them.
Not to get political, but yes.
Yes.
That's what will happen.
Very real life. And he can offer no reassurances that the incident won't ever happen again because he compares it to the lives of astronauts that get lost.
Yep.
So, which I thought was a pretty good
Challenger
argument.
reference? Was Challenger
Yes.
right before this?
When was
Shortly
it?
before this. Well, I don't
don't
want to
know.
say without knowing. It's like the 80s, I think.
Oh, okay, then yeah. But I noticed because we get an overhead shot of Maggie's building,
Yeah,
and
you did
it's
notice.
shaped like a dick and balls.
It is. I can't argue that.
You can't, and it also has a slit for the telescope to come out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
there you go.
There you go.
And they're trying to use 1996 computers to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, you'd think they'd try to use more modern computers.
Yeah, you would think with better internet, like
Yeah.
fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
What
know
are they
what.
doing?
I feel like they're probably just playing like Minesweeper.
Thought we wouldn't notice.
Like, was the internet a thing in 1996?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I was using it even. It was in homes.
What were you using it for?
Cut that.
You were only 11.
Like video game walkthroughs and stuff. I had an N64, PlayStation 1.
Wow.
Metal Gear Solid's impossible to beat without.
When I was a kid, I only used the internet if someone forced me to. But I feel like in 1996, we were still being walked to the library and having to write stuff out of encyclopedias.
Well, like maybe 97. Maybe not 96, but
Okay.
really close.
Close. But there you go. So Morgan Freeman, we see Morgan Freeman. He notices two people across the street of his house, which is obviously the FBI, and they're setting up cameras at the house across the street to watch him. But he has a gun. So there you go.
So he's good. He can take on
So
the whole
he's
FBI.
good. And then he goes to Virginia, and he goes to a place called Something Sea Systems. And he's all of a sudden acting super shady.
Yeah.
Like he went from, I'm going to help you, to like super shady.
Yeah, he started acting like a Bond villain like immediately.
Yeah.
I don't think the movie was ready to reveal it, but Morgan was.
You know what? I'm so glad we didn't read the back of that.
Yeah, no kidding.
'Cause I had no idea he was.
It literally, the last sentence is may or may not be on their side. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that reveals way too much.
The trailers used to do that back in the day too.
Trailers do that now.
That's
Are
true.
you serious?
We don't watch trailers.
No, I will watch a teaser trailer and a first trailer.
We certainly don't watch Disney trailers.
No.
They
like
give
Marvel.
away everything. And Star
They
Wars.
do.
Yeah.
Well, like, and then Rogue One. Sorry, we're diverting. Rogue One was a completely different movie in the trailers than we got.
Well, I prefer that, though. I'd prefer being lied to.
But
I mean, they know we're going to go see the Star Wars movie.
not that one.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. I didn't like that one. Come at me in the comments.
Y'all
I
are going
didn't
to have
like
to come
it.
out here. That's not going to be a popular opinion.
You didn't like it either.
Shh, leave me out of this. I didn't broadcast that on the internet.
But so we get to watch Morgan Freeman go really deep down in the ground. And then everyone down there knows him, and he gets on a little bitty golf cart and he rides off.
You loved the golf cart.
It's just really hard to pretend like you're a badass on a little bitty golf cart.
Passenger seat, too.
Yes,
Riding bitch.
passengering.
Yeah.
It was quite funny. And then the FBI are denied entry because they did try to follow him here. So he comes to a table and there's a bunch of military personnel everywhere and everyone's super serious. And then all of a sudden, Brian Cox is there, which you're going to have to remind me who that is because I knew his face, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, he's just going to be like, he shows up and you're like, oh, that guy. He's the police chief in Super Troopers. Mm-hmm. He's William Stryker in one of the X-Men movies because the guy from 30 Days a Night is in X-Men Origins Wolverine. So he must be the one in X-Men 2.
Oh, okay.
So he's the guy that does Weapon X to Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And he's also the dad in Succession, which you've never seen.
I've seen those previews, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Starring Brian Cox.
All right. So
Not
Brian
usually
Cox shows
this
up.
Southern.
Oh, he's very Southern. So basically, Brian Cox is there all of a sudden, and Mr. Shannon, a.k.a. Morgan Freeman, is telling him that he needs to call off the FBI because the FBI is going after Eddie. And then Brian Cox is all like, do you know where Eddie is? And Morgan Freeman says, I'm bringing him in today. And then Brian Cox says, if someone's going down, it's not going to be me.
So he is a bad guy.
Yeah, but we're more ambiguous still at this point.
I don't think the actors think we are. I think maybe the editors are not ready to tell us.
If they wanted me to know he's a bad guy, they should make me less confused.
Probably.
Because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, at this point, I was about to turn to you like, what's going on? Because it wasn't revealed properly.
No, I liked it a little bit better because he's not. Maybe he's not 100. No, he is 100% bad guy.
Oh, he is.
He is. But anyway, so we cut to Keanu Reeves, who's outside in public with Maggie, making a call at a payphone, even though he was told not to.
Yeah.
And very quickly, the FBI, since they have everything tapped, know exactly where he is. And they also managed to mobilize this small town's police force very quickly.
He calls Morgan Freeman, who immediately puts some sort of effect on the line so they can't hear it. But they immediately
know it's him.
Mm-hmm. And in the very next shot, there are cop cars spinning down the road.
Yep. So we basically have a not a very long police chase because Keanu Reeves is young and the cops are from a small town, so they're not fast, supposedly. Yeah. So we get to Keanu Reeves getting back to the dick-shaped observatory.
Oh, no.
What?
When the cops first show up,
okay.
Maggie tries to deter them.
Yeah.
And Maggie runs up to the cops and is like, officers, that guy from the news, I saw him run that way, and points in the opposite direction, and the cop goes,
really, Maggie? So I wonder how often Maggie hides people.
Must be all the time.
She must just constantly lie to them.
It must be her thing.
Yeah, just lying. He literally was just like, really, Maggie? All right. So the police are chasing Keanu Reeves back, and then he's trying to get to Lily. And then the dad from the middle.
Yeah, Mike from the middle.
Heck.
Yeah.
And the janitor from Scrubs. I've never seen Scrubs. I don't know what his name is in that.
I don't either.
So anyway, that's who we're talking about. He's chasing them through the halls of the observatory, and they end up outside on the roof. And while they're on the roof, he has them stopped, and they've turned around, and they're looking at him. And he's basically just like, stop moving. And they're just like, well, all right, I guess. And then a helicopter is like right above the observatory. And the guy in the helicopter shoots Mike Heck
In the chest.
In the
twice.
chest twice.
Yep.
And then, so shocking.
With
Because
like
it
a
was like
50 cal.
it looked like a police helicopter.
Yeah.
Kills him.
But it was clearly that guy from the van at the beginning of the movie.
I did not notice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Blonde guy.
Just white guy. I can't pay attention.
Sure.
But so like Keanu Reeves then goes and takes Mike's weapon, which I think is stupid, but okay.
Yeah.
They then get down and they steal this like little bitty boat on the ice. I don't know what kind of boat it is. It kind of looked like a boat that you go do alligator tours on. Like a platoon
the
boat?
fan boats.
Yes.
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called, but then they get on it like they're going to make this great getaway, and then they just start spinning in circles.
Yep.
And
For
they
a good 45 seconds.
They keep doing it, and then they do it so much that Rachel, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz's character is like, Eddie, what are you doing? And then Keanu Reeves just says, the best I can.
The best I can.
And then they take off down the icy lake.
Which gives him the confidence to take control of this boat and nail every subsequent maneuver.
Like after the spins, he knows this boat.
He drifts around that peninsula perfectly.
Yeah.
He 180s to a stop perfectly.
He does. He does an amazing job. They're being followed by a helicopter. They park the ice boat thing. They get out, but not before Keanu Reeves sends the boat just driving straight across the lake by empty.
Yeah. So that boat drives better empty than with him.
Yeah, which I found very interesting. So you couldn't
At least
control it
it's
at first, but now you know exactly how to set it on autopilot.
Yep. All it took was the criticism of a woman.
But they lost him. So classic mix 'em up. Classic. The best mix 'em up of the
Another
movie,
classic
honestly.
mix 'em up. Yep.
Yeah. So they are sneaking around the edge of the ice and they get to thin ice where it breaks and there's water. So Lily is freezing and they head to the only house that they see.
I mean, they're both soaking wet. She's just the only one complaining.
That is true. I have some things to say. But they get up to the house and Keanu Reeves kicks open the door and then he turns on the stove so that they can warm up and they start snuggling. And then he puts her in a hot bath, fully dressed.
Yep.
So really, I feel like she should get over it at this point.
Yeah, I think you're good now.
Yeah. And then Fred Ward shows up to talk to Morgan Freeman again, and he's asking them why Eddie and Lily are in Wisconsin, which is apparently where Maggie is. And he says that they've killed Mike Heck, which I find so stupid because if you looked at the body, right, the trajectory and caliber of those weapons would not match what you think he has on you.
Yeah.
Like what he has on him. So like there's no way he shot this cop 50 feet up in the air from the roof.
With a high caliber.
Sniper gun.
Rifle.
It makes no sense. But they're basically saying that he killed Mike. And then they pull like IRS files on Morgan Freeman and like supposedly he runs a nonprofit, but they're looking into his source money. Mm-hmm. And then they start shaking him down kind of. And then they're saying basically like, are you involved with the CIA? And if you are, you can't play with us anymore.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Yeah. Take your ball and go home.
Yeah. Like if you're with the CIA, you have to tell us.
Is that what they mean? They were talking about how the main source of income comes from one private account in the Cayman Islands?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about CIA. Okay.
Yeah. They're talking about the CIA. And they're basically like, we have jurisdiction, which I don't think is true. I don't know a lot about it, but I've always thought that it was like CIA trumps FBI.
Oh, I wouldn't even begin to try to
I don't know.
talk about that like I know what's going on.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
you can do that.
But Keanu Reeves offers Rachel Weisz sardines for dinner, which I thought was kind of cute. He was like, do you want sardines or sardines? And then she's kind of flirting with him.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, she not kind of. She says, "Is this how you seduce all the women?"
Yeah, and he's like, no, just physicists that are wet and still complaining.
Not wet.
Oh no, I meant like from
that
water.
Have hypothermia and are accused of being a terrorist.
Yeah, whoops. So he goes to the garage, which if I were her, this room was creepy. So it's like an abandoned house. Like someone's either moving in or moving out. So all the furniture is, of course, covered with their abundance of white sheets. So this room is just covered in ghosts.
The white sheets all draped over human-shaped objects.
Yes, and I would be like, fuck no. You're not leaving me in
I'm
here.
going to the garage.
Yeah, I'll go with you. But then she takes a fucking nap.
Yeah.
While Keanu Reeves goes to look for a car or something.
I'm not worried about it.
So, basically, we quickly are told that Brian Cox is the one who had the cop killed to prevent the cop from arresting Eddie. And Morgan Freeman is like, you're clearly trying to frame Eddie for what's happening. And he's that they need Eddie to get the frequency to make the machine work, which is another thing that I like this movie, but why didn't you get all of the data before you blew up the freaking project?
Yeah.
Why didn't you get the frequency?
Yeah.
So also, let's try turning it on and off again a couple of times before we do this.
Well, I guess Alistair was about to
He was pushed to
give
act.
it away.
Yeah.
He was in the process of giving it away.
That's true.
Yeah, he was pushed for time.
Yeah, but it seems like, we have to have this frequency. Okay, here's my other thing. You could have killed Alistair, Dr. Chen,
Yep.
and then had time in the lab because the explosion is what caused Keanu Reeves to go inside. You didn't have to work so fast.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have taken your time to get the information you needed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, basically, Brian Cox says that Morgan Freeman got too close to these people and that Keanu Reeves is a liability. And then Morgan Freeman says he'll handle it when the time comes. But back at the house, Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz Rachel Weisz is asleep. Keanu Reeves is still in the garage, but someone has gotten in the house. You see fire. You see like a flashlight.
Which, how did they find this place?
I'm guessing it wouldn't have been that hard to find them because the boat knew where we lost someone. These are the homes around this area. This home's abandoned. Let's check that one.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that complicated. It wasn't a very densely populated area. It didn't look like.
It is Wisconsin.
Right. So they go in, or Keanu Reeves goes in, which here's one thing I will say, supreme acting, because the way he's holding this gun is nothing like how John Wick holds a gun.
Yeah.
He was very unfamiliar and uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Unlike Reba McEntire, gun expert in
Right.
Tremors.
Yeah. Keanu just might be uncomfortable with a gun back then.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But he was
Expert.
he looked very awkward with it, which I kind of appreciated for his character,
Yeah.
which he was also much younger. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, he shoots the first guy he sees, and then the guy
On site.
Yeah, on site. Doesn't even ask a question. Doesn't say like, "Hey, are you here to help me?
Yeah.
Are you Morgan Freeman?" No.
Speaking
just
of
shoots him.
all the felonies we're committing
So many.
to get away from the FBI.
So he kills the first guy. Like shoots him a lot, several times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And then kicks him down the stairs.
Yeah, and then he gets attacked from behind by the second guy, and then Lily knocks that guy out.
Well, he starts calling out for Lily. Like, you saw the other guy go
He
this
literally
way.
saw a guy go to the right of the stairs.
And you went to the right.
This guy was on
This
the
guy came
left of the
behind
stairs.
you. Yeah.
Let's maybe calm down
Yeah.
and look for a second guy.
Yeah.
But okay. But they get in the getaway car, and then they find an ID of the guy.
In a 1981 Dodge Ram Charger.
That means nothing to me.
It's super cool. Anybody that likes cars, you'll know.
But they get into the car and they find like a employee ID, the
Yeah.
First C Systems in where Leesburg, Virginia,
Yeah.
which is
and
where the secret base
she's
is.
like, why would a cop be carrying this? He's like, cops don't carry that. They carry badges and pictures of their family.
Yep. And then Rachel Weisz is asleep again in the car, which this is where I get upset.
A lot of sleeping.
Why are you sleeping so much while Keanu Reeves is busy?
Yep.
He's exhausted too. He's also on the run for his life.
He's done everything. Yeah.
And you're just
And more.
complaining about being cold and napping.
Yeah.
Okay. But they decide to send flowers to Mr. Shannon. And the note says, Spawn versus Neanderthal man, 4 p.m. today.
Yep.
Which the cops quickly find out because they get the delivery driver out of the car. Who's Michael Shannon?
Michael Shannon. Surprise Michael Shannon.
Yeah. This might be his first role.
With
Maybe
a
we'll
No
get to him.
Country for Old Men haircut.
Yeah. Just Michael Shannon all of a sudden, randomly. And the
I think he
cops
says
know what the
2
code
words.
is. He literally says, like, it was ordered here.
That's it.
That's all he says. And it's just like, oh my God. This is awesome. So it ends up being a museum. And then they talk to Morgan Freeman, and Morgan Freeman pretty quickly reveals, no, I'm creepy.
Yeah.
So as they're talking to Morgan Freeman, multiple men are like coming out of the bushes, just surrounding them. And then Morgan Freeman's like, I need you to come with me. And then Keanu Reeves starts asking valid questions and like, what is C systems and why are people coming after me who aren't cops? And then Morgan Freeman's like, now isn't the time. You need to come with me. And then Keanu Reeves is like, no.
Who are you?
Yeah. And then Morgan Freeman says he needs him to verify the experiment. And they're like, heck no.
No.
Not doing it.
No.
And then Keanu Reeves starts fighting all of the men and easily overpowers two of them and gets away.
This is John Wick Sr.
Yeah, it is. Or John Wick before his assassin training.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what made him want to become an assassin.
Yeah.
But like he very quickly overpowers these guys. And luckily they're like video game bad guys because they have to wait their turn to attack.
Thank God.
Because both Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz get away. But they're running through this museum. They get to like an aviation part. And for some reason it's like acting like the plane's going to take off in a museum.
Yeah.
Which I was just very confused by this. And
even everybody that's on the ground, like, but be careful up there.
Yeah.
You're clearly in danger on this fake airplane.
Plane. But Keanu Reeves puts Rachel Weisz in like a hatch, and the bad guy henchman's like, she's in this hatch.
He literally just watched him do it.
Oh, did we figure out, is it Selma Blair? Because it looked just like her.
Figure out there was a random henchwoman
who looked just
that
like her.
Sort of resembled Selma Blair. I highly doubt it was Selma Blair.
Well, we'll have to look it up. But it looked so much like her. It wasn't even funny.
She looked like her. I don't think
she
it was
looked
her.
so much like her, but it wasn't her. It was just like her with like a blonde haircut.
Pixie cut.
Yeah, it looked just like her, but it's not her. So don't get excited. But basically, Lily gets captured. And she gets taken to C Systems, and Keanu Reeves gets away. So the cops show up for the what? Also, this museum was so crowded.
Dude.
So crowded.
Yeah. For how boring it was.
I know. Actually, I wonder what the aviation section was, because I get to pretend like I'm flying. That's kind of cool.
Sure.
I mean,
they
I
said
don't
experience a 3-hour flight in 7 minutes. No, I've been on a flight.
I would do it in 7 minutes.
Yeah, if I got to go somewhere, I'm not just going to sit in an airplane seat to entertain myself.
Yeah, that's true. But so Lily is like meets Brian Cox, and they reveal that Dr. Chen is not dead. They
did
captured
not
him.
die.
Who did not die. And they want both of them to continue the work on the machine.
Looks pretty rough, though.
So Keanu Reeves.
I think he's taking a few shots on the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he just realizes that he doesn't know what he's doing and that the machinist is the one who did it.
Yeah.
Because, like, how did none of them, the second that Keanu Reeves solved what we needed to do, go, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Of course it's what we need to do.
Yeah.
But no, they're just like, oh, I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah.
Which is, why are we not experimenting a little bit more before giving this to everyone? Anywho, I mean, I'm not going to fault the guy who wants to give free energy to everyone. Anywho. But Keanu Reeves, when Lily was taken, saw the license plate number of the van that was driving away.
Yeah.
And so he sits down with, like, in a rough area next to a guy. And then the cops stop to break up a fight of, I'm guessing we're supposed to assume they're like drug addicts or homeless people. I don't know.
Some domestic dispute.
Yes. There's a bunch of people though on the street.
A lot.
And then Keanu Reeves jumps in and looks up the tag number.
Jumps in the cop car.
It jumps in the cop car to look up the tag number. Like I wouldn't know how to use a computer from the police.
Oh, this man's a machinist though.
How dare I?
Yeah,
My
I don't
bad.
think you.
And now we get to a scene.
And this van is registered to the exact location of the evil lair.
Conveniently.
Yes.
Because the CIA is also dumb.
Apparently.
But Fred Ward is starting to suspect that Eddie didn't blow up the lab. He basically said something like, okay, so he's smart enough to blow up a lab, but he's dumb enough to leave $250,000 under his sink.
Yeah, he's just watching a video of him like hanging around
Alistair.
with Alistair, and he's like, I don't know, I kind of like the cut of this kid's jib.
Yeah, like clearly this kid's not going to kill this old man.
Yeah,
Like, which means like if you never seen like any murder show,
yeah, they all smile.
yeah, some people think that like murderers, like they're like, oh no, he was great, like Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
Actually, a lot of people thought he was creepy.
well,
But anywho, but Keanu Reeves finds the exact van parked at its registered barn with blueprints for the hydrogen thing just out in the open.
amazing.
And
What are the
then
chances?
There's also like 500 construction workers here.
Yeah,
And he just grabs a hard hat and walks in.
yeah.
Walks in with them. No security checks. No who are you.
As someone who works at a place with hundreds of employees that I rarely see, yeah, I don't think anything of a new face either.
But yeah, but don't you have a badge?
Yeah,
So
but they don't have like a door to go in.
okay, but here's, I guess, where I think this is a little dumb. So it's a construction site for, like, tied to this secret organization. You're telling me that there's no one checking to make sure that the construction workers are vetted? Like, they should be vetted. But he gets downstairs and conveniently, on the side of one of the hatches, it says C Systems HVAC duct number 2
Yeah, in spray paint.
in spray paint. So that's where we're going to go.
Yeah, this is a label the prop department left on there.
Like, and then I was cracking up. And then Kyle was like, well, it's under construction. And I was like, okay, that does probably make sense. But this is so stupid. That's literally just labeled.
It's literally got a flashing arrow.
Yeah, literally just like go that way. And no one asks why this random guy who's not wearing a like high vis vest is going in a duct.
Yeah, just a sexy
No one
jacket.
cares. Just doesn't that look like the guy from Speed? No.
Is that the
All right.
guy from Speed?
But basically they get
Is that Bill?
He gets into the building because this secret organization has no security if you don't go through the front door.
No.
But they're not able to stabilize it without Keanu Reeves' frequency. So they threaten to kill Lily if she doesn't get the machine to work. So this is another part that I thought was idiotic. So when Keanu Reeves is going underground to crawl through this tube to get here, the sun is up. There are workers going down for their shift. But then the lab decides to close for the day. And in my brain, it's 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
100%. They're just like, we'll try again tomorrow. We're done.
Maybe he spent 5 hours.
Crawling through a duct.
Crawling through
It
the
can't
duct.
be because of the end of the movie. But like, so here's another thing that you have to suspend reality if you haven't already done that. Keanu Reeves just starts wandering around the lab and working on stuff, and nobody comes in to check.
No.
So this lab is not being monitored. No one else from this C Systems organization is trying to get it to work in their spare time. There's not security guards walking by. There's not fucking cameras in this lab. I don't buy that. That's stupid. But he basically overnight reprograms the device, and the device is now working.
Yeah.
So he fixes it for
Because
everyone.
he knows the secret number.
Yeah, because it goes bing.
Or the keyboard note.
Bing. Bong.
Nope, it was bing.
Bing. But so in the morning, some random guy from the lab is claiming that he solved it. And Morgan Freeman's like, no, you didn't. But okay. And then
Yeah, Lukash.
he asks if the frequencies have been documented because he wants to compare it to the frequency from the original lab data.
Yeah, Lukash straight up tells him to his face that, oh, I just got up in the middle of the night and started punching in numbers.
Yeah, which here's another thing that's interesting though. Morgan Freeman says that he has the frequency from the other lab, but then why were you having problems? Then what are we doing? Why wasn't it working?
I did not think of that.
Yeah, okay. But so he finds Keanu Reeves, who, as a machinist, can do everything. He can hack. He can walk around like a ninja. He can solve hydroelectricity.
Something.
Anyway, I can't even say what all he can do. But he basically Morgan Freeman walks into his own office, and Keanu Reeves is sitting behind the desk, and he has like a little email that we get to see written to the FBI that's like, hey, I'm ready to surrender with all my terrorist friends. Come get me at this address.
Yeah.
So basically, Morgan Freeman claims that Alistair's death was a mistake, but the decision had to be made, which the two things cannot be correct.
No.
It can't be a mistake and something you had to do. So we're at this point in the movie, Morgan Freeman's character is just constantly flip-flopping.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't even know what side
constantly. But Morgan Freeman says he's paid to do dirty work, and that the world is addicted to petroleum, and introducing free energy would cause the stock market to crash and a war would ensue, which is probably true temporarily.
on. Yeah. Keanu says it is ready to absorb all of that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But basically, rich people will lose their money.
Yeah.
So it can't happen.
Correct.
Because the 1% couldn't possibly go with less money.
Less yacht money.
Anyway, not to get whatever. But Brian Cox walks in with 2 bodyguards. And they claim that the government isn't aware of them, but they do the government's dirty work. And then Brian Cox just straight up wants to kill Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves ends up sending his email.
Because of that.
Yeah, which shuts down the system. Starts overloading the experiment. And he sends like all of C Systems information and meeting notes to the FBI. How? Why did he have access to all this?
I don't know. That is also a massive file size to be sending in 1996.
Yeah, via fax.
Yeah, I can't do that today.
Literally, no. And then I guess that Morgan Freeman's maybe it wasn't password protected. It was 1996. So maybe we weren't worried about that, or his password was 123.
This place has shown a severe lack of care for security.
That's so true. This man just walked around. But anyway, then we get the best shot of the movie. Brian Cox, 1 hour, 26 minutes, 40 seconds. You have to look it up because he does not know how to run.
He's never seen it before.
He's never seen it. He's only heard about it.
Oh my God. He runs like a non-human Final Fantasy character.
It's great.
He is running like it's for his life, but he is prancing.
He is prancing.
With his hands out to the side. And
like,
then he does it again to leave.
He does it twice.
Like 5 minutes later.
It's worth looking up. But then Brian Cox is all mad and he shoots Dr. Chen. Poor Dr. Chen in the head. Shoots Dr. Chen. And then basically, since the system's melting down, the guy who claimed that he fixed it in the first place pulls a Ghostbusters and goes and turns off a system he doesn't understand.
Worst scientist ever.
Yeah. At least the guy from Ghostbusters was from what was he from? The EPA?
This guy's from the CIA, so.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was EPA and Ghostbusters because they didn't know what the VAT thing, I don't know.
Well, I didn't watch Ghostbusters tonight, so I don't remember.
All right. That's valid. That's valid. But anyway, he turns it off. And the second he turns it off, Keanu Reeves is like, well, now I can't fix it. Yep. So that's fun.
Because all the computers are down. So now we can't turn it off.
You literally broke it. So Brian Cox orders Eddie and Lily to stay in the room with the melting down machinery. And then Morgan Freeman argues a little bit about what difference does it make now? Just let them live. And then Brian Cox is like, you can stay with them or you can come and hang out with me with all my cool friends.
Yep.
And so Morgan Freeman's like, all right, I'll just go with you. That's cool. So just immediately don't kill them too. Fine. That's fine.
Yep.
But then Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz are doing some sciencing and they figure out how to use the pressure of a can of something. I don't know.
Well, all of the containment unit the containment unit completely shuts down and all the doors have closed.
Yes.
So they're trying to figure out how to get out.
Yeah.
And they use a hydrogen tank, I think.
Yeah, and an axe.
And
Hit it.
position it properly against a door on the ground, a hatch that has closed. And like line it up and chop off
The top of it. So it
nozzle.
goes shroom,
so it slams into the door and opens it,
which was honestly really smart, I thought.
and really cool looking. It was cool.
I thought it was cool. And so basically they are now escaping through the building.
Yeah, through the
And then
corridors.
Morgan Freeman and Brian Cox are in the elevator leaving. And then Brian Cox is just being so obvious.
Making a villain monologue.
Yes, like, oh, aren't we too old for this? Isn't it about time we retire?
Shouldn't we be calling it a day?
Yeah, and then obviously Morgan Freeman kills him instead.
Yeah, it cuts to
Just the
a
bottom
faraway
view.
shot and
Yeah.
3 gunshots, as if we're supposed to think
That Morgan Freeman
just got
didn't
shot.
know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the only thing that Morgan Freeman does that is nice is he turns off all the containment systems so that Eddie and Lily can escape if they didn't die. So we get shots of like all the construction workers fleeing. Oh, and before they got in the elevator, Brian Cox sent his henchmen to run out, not to go with him in the elevator, to run out.
There are a lot of henchmen in this movie that are like, I think I'll die for this cause.
Yeah, they cared way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. But basically, so Eddie and Lily finally make it to the HVAC duct, conveniently.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they're getting out of that, the henchmen are rounding the corner of the same, tunnel and start firing at them because they care too much about their jobs.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a paycheck, bro.
Maybe that really is their biggest weakness, is caring too much, because it does get them killed.
You know what? It is. It does get them killed.
Valid interview answer.
But they hit something on the side, some kind of gas to get away from the henchmen. The henchmen get past it, and then Keanu Reeves drops 20 pounds worth of scaffolding on them.
Yep.
Literally 20 pounds. It was not heavy.
Well, I think it kills one of them.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
It was very light.
Yeah.
It looked like styrofoam.
Probably was.
But then basically they sound an alarm, and the construction workers outside are like, oh my gosh, I thought you said everyone was out. And then they order
Which is sweet. He's like, get your ass back in that seat and get that elevator back up here.
And they're all standing around. The guy gets back in the seat and lowers the basket back down. While Eddie's fist fighting the only surviving henchman. Mm-hmm. So Lily gets in the basket, and then because this henchman's a fucking idiot, he ends up dying. But Keanu Reeves grabs onto the bottom of the basket, and the henchman's just staring at him.
He watching him one swipe.
It's so stupid. And then so they get in the basket, and then we're watching the explosion start coming down the tunnels. And then Rachel Weisz is just yelling at Keanu Reeves to get into the basket. And then he does, and right after he does, the explosion hits the bottom of the basket.
Which the explosion has turned from fire to just smoke.
Yeah. Shoots them up out of the hole, and then slams them back down.
Because they slam back down because of the rope.
And then they don't die. They don't die. And then there's all this triumphant music, and the construction workers are cheering for them.
Yeah.
Which I found confusing.
Just got rescued.
Shouldn't they be cheering the construction workers?
Who just saved their lives.
Who saved their lives?
Yeah.
And now Fred Ward shows up again, and he's completely forgiven Eddie for everything and is willing just to listen to him blindly, and he's no longer under arrest.
Yeah.
And then they get to go into a helicopter together. And then the last shot we have is Morgan Freeman driving away with all of his money and everything. He's still in power. And he sends a message to the CIA saying, C Systems is no longer a viable entity. We'll be in contact.
Yep.
And that's how it ends. Everyone gets out.
Yeah. Right after he said that, I went to look how much time is left in this movie. And then the credits started rolling.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And I guess the positive thing is that Eddie did say to Fred Ward that he sent not only the information to the FBI, he sent it to multiple other scientists that he knew.
He said thousands of world-renowned scientists should have this too.
Should have this. So I guess, guys, we're just waiting on that to get figured out, and we'll have free energy.
Yeah.
Yay.
They've just been holding on to it for 29 years. Almost 30.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Don't do math.
We are old. There was a guy that was on the FBI agents team that was a character actor that I recognized. Chelsea Ross.
Who's that?
We thought he kind of looked like Billy Bob Thornton, but
He does.
he's a character actor that's in a lot of things. He's in Major League, Bill and Ted, Hoosiers. He's just one of those guys.
I've never seen him before.
You've never seen that guy?
I don't think
I feel
so.
like if we had a different angle, you'd recognize him. But somebody will recognize him.
Oh, and that one guy also is in it.
Kevin Dunn is in it. That's true.
Which
is he not the dad from Transformers?
Yes, he is.
That's where we know him from. He's probably in stuff
He's
more
probably in
important
lots
than that.
of stuff.
It said known for right at the top.
Transformers.
Transformers and Chain Reaction.
Chain Reaction. Okay, so covered one of two.
Yeah.
But I actually really liked this movie. What did you think?
It's pretty good. I don't know if I'll remember it in a month. But
Yeah, Kyle remembers zero plots to any of the James Bond movies we've ever watched.
Well, anytime the stakes are so worldly and political, I'm like, I don't know what you want. I'm sure you want the same thing every other bad guy does.
Money.
Yeah. But it always boils down to some hydrogen and
Yeah.
and some MacGuffin.
Yeah,
I
so
can't keep
he
track.
will not remember this. But honestly, I thought this movie was really good, and I do not think he deserved a Razzie nomination
offended.
for it.
I'm offended by the Razzie.
I am too. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, great is a stretch, but it was not bad.
I was never taken out of it because of Keanu Reeves.
I was taken out of it because of Keanu Reeves because I was like, this is not bad because we found
about
out
the
about the
Razzie
Razzie
before.
beforehand. But
Yeah.
I would not have been taken out by his acting being poor.
No.
I've seen clips from Dracula where it's way worse.
Yeah, we did find out. I did some brief research about his Razzie nominations.
History.
And not only did he get nominated multiple times for Razzies, but he also got nominated, I can't remember what year, but for our first 25 years worst actor.
Yeah, that was like 2005,
Yeah. So he got nominated for being nominated so many times.
which was the year Constantine came out.
He got nominated 7 times before that award, and then a couple times after that.
7. I mean, he wasn't great in the 90s,
But
he
he's
also
never
got,
won the run. He's never won it.
see, not that bad.
So
He also got nominated for 3 Razzie Redeemers.
he did for Toy Story 4
John Wick 1 and
John Wick 4.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Antebellum. Which
That's
one?
4.
That's 4. I thought it was-
Parabellum.
Parabellum. Okay.
John Wick 1 and 3 and Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't think he deserved a Razzie nomination for this.
Nope.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I actually think it. I think it held up.
I think Morgan Freeman and Brian Cox were great. I think Fred Ward was good.
I thought most people were great actors. There were a couple of side actors
Yeah.
who were terrible.
The people that worked for the bad guys
Yes, they were not great.
Terrible.
But
Rachel Weisz was good.
Rachel Weisz was good. Dr. Chen was good. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't have a problem with really anyone in this movie. The things I thought were funny, I still think are funny, but I don't think that they were funny enough to like ruin them. It's like John Cena with the little ladder in Fast and Furious.
Furious 9.
So, like,
Or X, I'm not even sure.
just moments like that. They weren't like earth-shattering moments.
I have seen 90s action movies that are way worse than this.
Oh, yeah.
Bad Boys 1 is terrible.
Never seen it.
Oh, well, maybe we'll get to
I've
it.
seen way worse movies than this, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just trying to stick to 90s action movies, and as those go, it's not bad. It's pretty
No,
good.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have picked the next actor and the next movie,
Yeah, we got to go with Keanu.
going with Keanu.
Yeah.
And the movie
And
we're
I guess
picking,
you can pick the movie.
then I'm picking my favorite Keanu Reeves movie,
That's
Parenthood.
insane. That's insane.
We're going to do Parenthood.
Wish me luck, guys.
I love it. Are you so excited?
No, you made me watch that a few years ago, and spoiler alert,
It's great.
not my diagnosis.
Okay, well, I guess we'll talk about it next, but
Maybe I'll change my mind next week.
doubtful. But if you've never seen it, it's Steve Martin, Rick Moranis, Keanu Reeves, Who else? That's all
Mary
I care about.
Steenburgen.
Oh, Mary Steenburgen.
Is
yeah.
John Larroquette in it?
No,
All right. Now I'm just making stuff up.
you are.
Now I'm just
making stuff up.
confusing multiple movies I don't like.
Oh, you're thinking of a Blind Date now, randomly.
Oh, boy.
Okay, but all right. Well, I guess we'll cover that next week.
All righty.
All right. Bye.
See ya.